young boy got his stuff, Lord have mercy, you already gifted. Yeah. Your gift that God is going to use you in is already in you. Yeah. It's that I can't lay my hands on him and give him that crazy jerk. That's already in him the way he preaches. Do you see what I'm saying? And because of your gift already being in you, God said there are some people that's going to try to frustrate you. To the point, Lord have mercy, to cause you to want to get your stuff and go. I hear him all the time. He's talking so clear. And the people on the sideline say, come on, we want to run the next play. But the Lord said, there are some voices that's talking to some of us, telling them to get your stuff. Jesus. And go somewhere else. Jesus. Yeah. Those voices are in place by the enemy. And God is allowing those voices to talk to you, to check and see, are you really committed in the place you say you're committed in? Yeah. And so here's this young boy, and he's hooked up. Somebody say hooked up. He's hooked up with somebody he ought not be hooked up with, and he finds himself in a far country, and when he runs out of stuff, Brother Aaron to say he's out there feeding swine. He's out there doing filthy stuff. And we hurry up to get to Luke 15:22. It said he would have fain filled his belly. Yes. The word fainly gladly. And the Lord said, tell them that they don't even know what they was about to do before I got. Rick, I look back over in my life, and right, Lord have mercy, right before I got locked up, right before they came and got me, I was planning to do something I had never done before. I would have done it. But the Lord knows that destiny is wrapped up in us, so he got to stop us when we start thinking out of control. All right. The judge told me in 96, don't come back into my courtroom. And when the judge told me that, I had just, went to church a few times. I wasn't thinking about church. But the day before I got locked up, the next day I was planning to go get a truck. Nobody knew it but one cousin. And that's my cousin Jerry. He was going to take me. I wanted to go get a Ram 3500, 1500. I think Henri got one. Amen. We was going to go get it on Saturday. That day I came into something. And I called him and I said, let's go right now. He said, no, we're going to wait. He didn't know why he was saying wait. He said, I almost called you back. He said, but something told me to wait. That night, I got locked up because I thought I was about to hit a lick. Do you see how the Lord sometimes will interrupt your plans because you're about to go too far? Because I hooked up to some people that really don't have a conscience. And so, Randy, God stopped. And so, the last person I wanted to call was Jerry. But something moved me to call Jerry. He said, I'm so glad that I didn't go down there and get that truck because I would have been paying for a truck for you. He said, something told me you was going to do something with that truck that you didn't have no business doing. And I had some big plans that what I was going to do. And see, what the Lord has to do is once, good God, we get in the hog pit and you begin to start that stinking thinking, your mindset begin to change, Brother Levi. You begin to say, oh, I can get away with this, I can get away with that. But the Lord has to stop you. All right. Yeah. And the Lord said, Lord have mercy. God is calling names in this place. The Lord knows that sometimes we go beyond the sin that we used to do. Amen. And the Lord knows when we get to this point that right now I think I'm going to take this thing to another level. And then God allows trouble to come in just to stop us. Because the enemy wants you to go out there just a little bit farther. And so this young man gets out there and he begins to do things. He's about to do things that he has never done before. And once he gets out there, it says that he comes to his senses. Have you ever been in a place, I'm in want, I'm in lack, and I'm about to go on out here? That's a place of desperation. And once he gets to that place, he begins to take a moment. And he begins to sit down and think. He said, you know what? I'm doing bad, y'all. Lord have mercy. I'm doing bad in sin. Have you ever got to a place where you look at your life and you say, you know what? I'm in a bad situation. Right. Yeah. Sometimes you need to just stop and look around and say that I'm in a bad situation. I'm in a fix right now. And what I need to do, I need to get back to my daddy's house. And so what this boy does, he begins to rehearse. He begins to say what he's going to say. And the Lord began to show me what that word rehearse means in the Bible. That's where he began to arrange his destiny. You can be in a mess and arrange your coming out of a mess. And the way you arrange that with your mouth, you speak it into existence. He in the pen, he in the mess. And he said, I need to go back home. And once he began to decree and declare that, it seemed like something happened to him. And he began to follow those words that he spoke. And so this boy heads home, Brother Levi. And as he's heading home, he's going home to tell the daddy, I'm sorry. Yeah. And as he's headed there to tell the daddy, he's sorry. Y'all stand on your feet. I'm going to tell you this, and I promise we don't. This daddy recognizes his son. This daddy sees from afar off that my son has been out there, but up under that mess, I still see my son. Do you know no matter how much of sin you've been in, God still can recognize you. I'm talking about regular. Here I am in the Polk County jail. Look like I'm stuck in there, but God still can see purpose. God still can see I got my best hanging up waiting for you. And so this daddy does something that's unusual. And this daddy takes off running. They said another Jewish custom was that a father, Minister Gerard, it wasn't right for him to take off running. It just didn't look right. And he took off running and headed for his son, and it said he had compassion on him, and he kissed him on his neck. And a lot of people be saying, oh, how can he kiss that nasty boy? How can he put his mouth on that boy? And he wasn't concerned what the people said. He had another concern that I need to cover my son before the religious people kill him. Where you get that from? If you look over there in the law, in the first 5 books, you will see that when a rebellious son comes home, the elders stand at the gate and they stone him and kill him because he messed up his daddy's name. Right. And so before that came to pass, the daddy ran down. Well, I need you to sit down. He looking filthy. He just done robbed somebody. And if they hit anybody with a rock, they'll hit the daddy. And the Lord said, I got to stand up here. I got to cover. I got to let my son bleed open right now. I got to let them see the blood right now. Because there are going to be some people in your life that want to bring up your past, but the daddy said, I'm covering you. I got to cover you. I know, look at me, you do look nasty. You have done some nasty things, but I'm covering you. I got to cover you. I got to cover you. And so here's the son. He said, Dad, I messed up. And before he gets it all the way in his mouth, he speaks to the servants. He said, bring forth. That word bring means come to me, servants. Forth means out interview. Bring forth the best robe. What he's saying, I just got to give you this. I got to give you this. Yeah, I don't got nothing, but I'm going to get something out of here. He tells the servant, bring Y'all, I know this don't look like nothing real. This just so yeah, hang on. But he speaks and say, bring forth the best. Bring forth out of the closet something that I have had already in place for him. Something that has been waiting for him. Even while he was out there sinning, I still had it there because I knew he would come back. And the reason I knew he would come back because destiny is in him. And so he said, bring forth the best robe. The robe means royalty. It means righteousness. Let them know that he's still good God in right standing with me right in front of the people. He said, bring forth the best robe. He said, and put it on him. And so what he's doing now, he got the servants ready. He got the servants you got to put that shirt on, boy. He got the servants putting on the robe, y'all. And then he said, give him a ring. He said, put the ring on his finger. The ring symbolizes relationship. The ring symbolizes that I'm placing him back in authority. Lord have mercy. And the Lord said, me bringing you back and putting that robe and putting that ring on you, I'm letting you know that I'm sitting you back in the place that you've been supposed to be in. Right. And then he said the shoes and put them on his feet. Slaves back then and servants, hired servants, not just servants, but slaves and hired servants was the only ones that were supposed to walk around barefooted. He said, I want my son to walk like he's a son. I want him to look like he's a son. And this is what the Lord began to show me. This is my note said. He said, tell my people that I'm not going to ration them, but I'm going to restore them. Y'all want to hear that? Sometimes people want to ration you love and want to ration you gifts. But the Lord said, when I release it, I'm going to release my best for you. Those things that I'm releasing into your life is going to be better than anything you ever thought about receiving. He said, I just want to give it to you. At 3:01 p.m. today, the Lord said, Terrence, tell my people that there's going to be people telling and whispering about them and about their past because of the way I'm going to bless them. He said, Terrence, help them get in their mindset so they'll know that once I begin to restore them, Gerard, once they begin to experience double for their trouble, once they begin to see everything coming back and God giving it back fast, big, and good, there's going to also be around you some people standing around talking and telling how in the world would God bless them like that. Reagan began to tell us about Jacob, how this man had the legacy of a limp, how God would change a trickster and change his name to Israel. God is changing our names at Sanctuary Praise. God knows that some of us have been out there and way out there, deep out there, but what I'm doing right now, I'm restoring you. I cleaned you up with a promise. I cleaned you up with a word. And God said that thing that I have for you is bigger than your highest imagination. He said, eyes have not seen, nor ears heard. It has not even entered into your heart the things that I have laid up and prepared for you. God said there are some blessings sitting in place for you. And not only there's some blessings sitting in place for you, I have spoke to some people that are going to bring them to you. He said to the servants, Sister Geraldine, he said, bring forth the best robes. They didn't say which one. I believe he may have showed them. Because I believe God was saying, when my son come back, make sure you give him that. And I believe there's some people that God has spoken to you on your behalf. That when we come back to that place that God has called us to, into right relationship, God is speaking to some people already on our behalf. God said, my best is waiting for you. My best is waiting for you. Right when you come out of the midst. He said, my best. You ain't got to do your best, which we need to do our best, and try to be self-righteous. But God said, when you get in your mind,